All right. What is going on, everyone? And welcome back to Mets Weekly as we are live at this very moment on YouTube and on X to discuss the latest offseason news and rumors. We've got plenty to discuss today. But before we get into that, I want to remind everyone to subscribe to the Mets Weekly YouTube channel for new episodes of our podcast that is regularly recorded every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. For those of you watching or listening on playback, you want to join the conversation in the future, make sure to turn on those post notifications to know when we go live, which includes live reactions to off-season moves that are not available on audio, but only on our YouTube channel. Make sure to follow Mets Weekly on X and on TikTok for more content over there. But without further ado, let's get into the breaking news. The New York Mets have acquired right-handed pitcher Freddy Peralta and right-handed pitcher Tobias Myers from the Milwaukee Brewers. Now, the Mets have been extremely busy over these past few days. We saw the Kyle Tucker saga go on for a few days with the Mets entering it late. They end up losing him out to the Dodgers. They end up signing Bo Bichette. They trade for Luis Robert. They also signed another reliever earlier today that we're going to get into a little bit later. And now you have this move, which is likely the biggest one yet, because we all know that the Mets needed starting pitching. And again, we all knew that they were going to be looking on the pitching market and going to be very, very aggressive on the pitching market. We'll see what happens for the rest of the rotation. We'll get into it. However, what are the Mets sending back? They will be sending number 3 overall ranked prospect via pipeline, infielder Jett Williams, who was their first round pick a few years ago. And they will also be sending their number 5 overall ranked prospect, right-handed pitcher Brandon Sproat, who made his debut last year and had a few starts here and then. And he was a second-round pick, I believe, in that same draft by Billy Epler, who is no longer here. So they will be going over to Milwaukee. Wow. The Mets get their frontline piece to their rotation. He is going to be a free agent after the 2026 season. We'll get into some stuff after that. However, Andrew, you're also here. The Mets added to the rotation. They got stability. They got a frontline piece in Freddy Peralta. They also added to the bullpen. We've been talking about this for a while. The Mets needed to add to this rotation, and they finally did it after this entire week of chaos. Freddy Peralta, a New York Met, your top line piece in this rotation for 2026.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to John Heyman for being, a complete hour early. But hey, better late or better early than never. But yeah, I mean, this is what the Mets needed. Like everyone was saying, well, they reconstruct the lineup, and everyone keeps saying, well, it's a really good move. Well, the Mets don't have pitching, and the Mets seem to not want to add any pitch. We're obviously in the conversation, and you make a trade for the most realistic as well as the best fit. And Freddy Peralta, we obviously have seen the, connection with David Stearns, trading him from Seattle to Milwaukee, and now he's brought him from Milwaukee to the New York Mets. I mean, again, this is what you get. And as well as you get a guy in Tobias Myers, who wasn't he the Game 3 starter, who was dominating the Mets in that playoff wildcard round. And, again, is just another useful depth pitcher, which could have filled that Brandon Sproat spot. So what you're telling me, you're just kind of flipping that, and then you're pretty much just trading Jett Williams for Freddy Peralta, which in most people, again, let me phrase that. I guess it should be, especially for the reaction, most people that know ball, you make that trade 100 times out of 100, just flipping Jett Williams for a frontline, reliable innings eater, playoff starter, which the team desperately needed. And again, we've seen, at least there were talks before with Milwaukee and Peralta that were contract extensions potentially being talked about. And this would make this is already a triple. This would make this a home run acquisition. If you could find a way to Francisco Lindor it and get a deal, an extension done, we'll see again what the numbers potentially could be, but it would make this trade even more. And especially for the people that are crying about the return given up, if there is an extension added, I think it'll soften the blow for those people who are a little more devastated because of Jett Williams. But again, overall, you gave up it's a fair trade. I mean, again, the Brewers are going to make Jett Williams, and he fits perfectly, like we talked about in past shows. Like he is a Milwaukee Brewer. That little grit grinder, slap, steal bases. He'll fit perfectly in Milwaukee. He'll probably be a 2 to 3 win player. But guess what? We don't need that. We have our up the middle defense locked up and up the middle guys. We have guys like Jacob Reimer in the system. We have other guys in the system already. Again, we've seen David Stearns use some of that depth that we've been crying about. We have the 40-man roster and top prospect clutter. We've seen Stearns in the last couple days finally cut off some of the fat. Maybe there's 1 or 2 more that have to go, but we'll see. With spring training coming up and most of the checklist stuff being checked off, we'll see if there's anything else.
All right. Well, as for some of you guys in the chat, Paul Revere saying that it's been finalized. Jett Williams and Sproat for Peralta and Tobias Myers. Saying my boy's gone. Yeah, my boy is gone. I was a real big fan of Brendan Sproat, but Jett Williams, we all know that there's some history there between me and him. Daniel saying happy Wednesday. Is a very happy Wednesday indeed, even though this is late at night and it's about to be Thursday, which seems to be when the Mets are moving and moving very quietly in the night. Dwayne saying, I told everyone Stearns would get in his bag. Listen, I have been patient just like you. All right. Listen, I know exactly what he is capable of, but you just got to be patient because he is a very careful and very thoughtful type of executive. He's not just going to be, here is this, here is that. Let's continue. He's going to try and get the best value for it. And, some people will likely say that maybe this is a overpay, possibly. However, the Mets do get a need that they need, and the Brewers get exactly what they were looking for in return for Freddy Peralta on his last year of control. Let's see. Dwayne saying have to give up something to get something. Absolutely. Never. I would never gatekeep a prospect for somebody like Freddy Peralta. I probably would have just held on to McLean. That's probably where I would have went. But they didn't even ask for it. They asked for Jett Williams and Brendan Sproat. We got a report about it that's what they were talking about. And it seems like the Mets weren't willing to meet that price. However, it looks like they were willing to meet that price a few hours later. So we'll see. Let's see who else here is in the chat. Merlin's saying we got better this offseason. We gained more FWAR. Fangraphs wins above replacement than what we let go of this offseason. We did. Brewers fan here. This is a Great Dane. Is this? Did I say that correctly? I'm not sure. Saying Brewers fan here. What are the Brewers getting? Well, you are getting Jett Williams, who was one of our top prospects. Got banged up in 2024. Came back in 2025. Had a bounce back. He is a plus contact bat, plus speed. Optimal defender. You can have him at shortstop, second base. He can play center field. Let's just say that. He is a good high floor prospect. He was taken in the first round by the Mets a few years ago. And then you're also getting Brandon Sproat, who has now transformed himself into a hard-throwing sinker baller. Went to Florida. Second round pick. The Mets actually drafted him twice. That's how much Billy Epler loved him. And he's basically, at best, likely he's a 3 in a rotation at his very best, or he can be a back-end starter as well. Showed some decent promise after struggling a little bit at AAA. So definitely a solid return. Let's just say that. So Sproat and Jett Williams, 2 of our top 5 prospects. And it really does show what the price is for starting pitching on this trade market. Luckily, the Mets do have a point where they have a surplus of a lot of these guys. And again, when it comes to, their depth in this farm system, they could use a lot of these different pieces to trade away for these types of pieces, such as Freddy Peralta, such as a reliever on the market, or maybe a big bat on the market. However, I think that they have definitely designed this the best way possible. Let's just say that. I think that they've definitely built the lineup to make it a lot more deeper, and then we all knew that the finishing touch was going to be Freddy Peralta, or a top frontline starter that they need. As of right now, they have 6 guys in the rotation. They added 4 guys to the bullpen. Is there a possibility that one of these starters is on the move, like David Peterson? Could they be moving Kodai Senga? I don't know. However, you do have a situation right now where Kodai Senga kind of needs a 6-man rotation. And you have a 6-man rotation as of right now. Because right now, unless, you move somebody else out of that bullpen right now, the suboptimal pieces in that bullpen, such as Richard Lovelady or Cooper Criswell, who are signed to major league deals, I don't know if any of these guys go to the bullpen, but we'll see.
Do you reconvene now? Maybe do you reconvene with San Diego and maybe you do a Morejón or a Strata for David Peterson or Senga? Maybe that could be potentially what you can do now, because now you obviously added your number 1 or number 2, however you want to play it. Now, does that make again? Maybe do you call back San Diego and say, hey, you got a rental starter. I got, we'll give you, the rotation still needs it. Obviously, they brought back Michael King, but they're still, desperate for another guy that can put in their 3 spot. Maybe we reconvene and maybe the Mets can get a demon out of the bullpen to kind of finish this offseason. Because like I said before, talking to you before, I don't know what's left on the checklist. Like, again, you reattach the lineup. I still would like to trade a Mark Vientos just because I just don't think he fits on this roster anymore. And I'd like to free up a bench spot to get a little more athletic and more defensive versatility, however you want to see it. So I would think if Vientos gets traded, and then it's just adding relievers. I think maybe you add, when we saw Luis Garcia added today, maybe another one of those type guys, and then you go into your waiver wire, minor league deal guys. But especially, again, there's not much left that has to be done now. And it's a crazy week. The fact of, imagine saying 2 years ago, in a 1-week span, the Mets are going to sign Bo Bichette, trade for Luis Robert, and then trade for Freddy Peralta, all in a week span. There were people that said they, didn't trust David Stern. He deserved some heat at the time, but he sure as hell shut up a lot of those people who doubted him, and he's done a hell of a job and continues to build this roster in a productive way.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that Stearns had a small market mindset. What the hell happened to this guy? Guys, what happened? I mean, there was a few people who were doubting this guy, and they weren't willing to be patient. I mean, what happened to fantasy baseball, guys? I mean, we had some fantasy baseball thoughts. What happened here, guys? What happened? That doesn't make any sense. Either way, Freddy Peralta, let's do a little bit of a rundown, even though he doesn't really need that much of an introduction because he is arguably one of the best starters or frontline pieces in all of baseball. We know that he is kind of a traditional, the 3/4, 38 degree, 35 degree arm angle type of guy, 4-seam, change, curveball, slider, but he has some nasty stuff as to where he can contact manage, and he also can get a decent amount of swings and misses. I'm just going to pop it up here on the screen right here. As you can obviously see, there's so much versatility here. As for all of the triple threats here, +9 run value on the fastball, +8 on the breaking ball, +9 on the off-speed pitch. He's usually around the 4-seam, change-up, curve guy. Brings in a little bit of the slider as well. And again, he has some phenomenal swings and misses on his curveball and his changeup as well. We all know about the insane induced vertical break on his fastball as well. Again, I'm not going to say that the Mets rotation is complete here, but you can say that, again, they got exactly what they needed in this rotation. We talked about it beforehand. In the last episode, they need a horse. They need a horse in this rotation to mop up whatever struggles is going to happen from these young guys in this rotation. Even though they have some of these veteran pieces like Senga, like Manaya, like Clay Holmes, you still have another year with David Peterson. We'll see what the future holds for him too. The thing about Freddy Peralta is the fact, again, this guy you can write in for 30 starts. You can write him in for 170 to 180 innings. He is durable. He can go deep into games as well. Strikes out a decent amount of batters, can contact manage, and he has really, really developed into a really good front line starter. Is he considered a bona fide ace? I'd say it's very, very close to that label. I don't know if he completely is. However, if you're going to come off of trajectory, because a lot of people will go with the recency bias, and that's fine, he is coming off of the best season of his career, a 2.70 earned run average. He struck out 200 batters for, I think, the third time in a row, third year in a row as well. There is some parts to him as to, sometimes he doesn't have it. However, he does, again, 9 times out of 10, he is going to write in 6 innings of 1 to 2 run ball for you because he does have that type of front line stuff. We're going to get into the reliever that was included as well in that trade as well in Tobias Myers. But I do, again, will pop up Freddy Peralta of all his stuff. And we're going to get into maybe more later on Friday. I was planning the podcast for Friday when this news broke. So we have absolutely, we'll probably have to talk about like 5 signings and break down all of those as for all of that. But again, 4-pitch guy. Mostly fastball, again, 17 inches of induced vertical break. Phenomenal vertical approach angle on his fastball as well. Hard changeup that can reach the 90s. Also kind of goes a little bit east to west in comparison to the fastball, which again is some really good tunnelling and can lead to some really good amount of chases, which he's an above average in. Paul Revere saying, I never paid attention to Peralta, but I can't really say anything on him, only look at his stats. I mean, listen, he has been a very reliable starter for these last few seasons. He's been durable, and that's exactly what this rotation needs. That's exactly what this team needs in a rotation of guys who struggle to go deep into ball games, guys who have had some inconsistencies, guys who have question marks like Sean Manaea or possibly Kodai Senga who haven't been able to stay healthy. And then also the young guys, they needed a Bartolo Colon. Like we said, we needed a guy who can go out there every single 5 days and shove the innings to give you some insurance for these young guys who will experience struggles in the major leagues. It is going to happen. Now, again, right now they're set at a 6-man rotation. We know that there also is Christian Scott, who will likely start off in AAA. We know that Jonah Tong will likely start off in AAA. Sproat goes over to Milwaukee, so that kind of clears up a space right there. Tyler McGill is completely out for the year. Let's just hope that they are healthy for when we get to spring, because usually when we get to spring, somebody in our rotation goes down. So that would be a lot. That would be awesome. And we'll see if they are anywhere close to done. We don't know. It seems like as of right now everything is pretty much unexpected at this current point. But they still have a lot of pieces they could possibly move. They really do. They have Mauricio. They have Mark Vientos. Could Brett Beatty be on the move? I hope so. David Peterson, could that be somebody that they move? Kodai Senga, we'll see. I'm just glad they didn't give up Wenninger. Wenninger had a phenomenal season, so yes, I'm happy that they did not do that either. But Andrew, again, I mean, I don't think that there's really anything that we can really go forward with and say like, okay, what's the next move? I feel like this is probably the last of the major moves, but we'll see. We will see.
You would think again, like again, I still have the just trying to declutter the roster. We've seen again, he's done it in the last 2 days. I mean, I was gonna say for tomorrow or Friday, like I'm very not adamant, but I would still prefer another major league caliber outfielder. So Carson Bench doesn't have to come in here and win the job, as well as I don't want Tyrone Taylor playing every day. I know Brett Beatty is here. You know, they're going to try that out. We obviously understand Tyrone Taylor is here as well. But, like, I would prefer another corner outfielder who can play, let's say, 2 months, maybe 3, depending on how, you know, what happens with Benj and if he continues to play well. So I don't have to play I need Benj to have to come into spring training and earn his job. Again, I was still expecting to be there. And again, what's left? Maybe another. Again, I'm still very pro potential Michael Kopech. My number one option, which I would do a lot of dangerous things, I would love a Sir Anthony Dominguez in that 7th inning. Like, I think that's more velocity, which this team needs, and another leverage arm. Like, yeah, he obviously is up and down, but again, he'd be 5th on the totem pole, and that's kind of where he belongs. It's kind of like not your top 4, but if you put him in instead of like, as much as I love the Albert Alzolay signing, and I think that has upside, like I'd like that to have 2 spots for those Dylan Rosses, Ryan Lamberts, Brazoban, Alzolay. Like, I do think you need to sign another guy in leverage that can be in leverage if need be. But again, we'll see. Again, we haven't really heard anything. We signed Luis Garcia today, which, again, he's like a Stanek level guy. But again, I don't expect many more live streams after this for, big news. Maybe we go live for like a reliever. Like if it is like a Sir Anthony Dominguez or someone like Kopech, we're like, okay, there's like good upside, but I think we're done. But again, I do like that their phrase is being opportunistic, and that's kind of what I like. Is just if you see something you want, pounce on, and you can pounce on it, pounce. But I do think this is the end. But again, who knows? Again, they can maybe they take a pitcher now in the rotation and maybe recoup some assets or prospects or relievers, or maybe they trade Senga or Peterson for another outfield. Like again, there are things to do, but I do think we're done being like, holy hell, this is a great acquisition. I do think we're past that phase of the offseason where they've done a lot of heavy lifting, and we've seen the last week they've added 3 former All-Stars. So I do think we're done with the major holy hell acquisition. I think maybe we get some more roster filler and back half of the 40-man roster, kind of the David Stearns, specialty for the rest of till we get to spring training.
I mean, listen, we have had a long off season. We've seen a lot of departures. We have seen a decent amount of ads. Mets fans are angry. I get it. It's hard to see homegrown talent go. However, the Mets had to move on. They needed to make a deep roster, and they had to fill in some holes as well. And another one was the bullpen, and we can get into Tobias Myers for a second. This is more of a mid-leverage type of arm here. Does it replace maybe like a Ryan Stanek from last year? Does it replace something like that? Possibly. He has control through 2030. So I'm kind of surprised to see that the Brewers gave him up as well, along with Peralta, because he has control. Not to mention he can start for you too. He has been a starter in the past. And when you look at his overall profile, he has a starter profile. He has this high 61-degree arm angle. He is a four-seam, cutter, slider, split, curveball, and changeup. So he has the kitchen sink for you. He can give you a decent amount of innings. However, nothing is really completely impressive, let's just say that, but he is just basically a solid arm who can get, I would say, get ahead of the count, throw strikes for you, maybe go multiple innings for you as well. I don't know if that takes anybody out of the equation to be moved to the bullpen in this rotation. but we will see how they maneuver this. I am definitely excited again to see a lot of this pitching come through the pipeline, obviously with the young pitching. But I want to get into this. Angelo in the chat saying, is it true Peralta stated he is open to an extension? If so, that's why the price is up. Listen, I want them to extend Peralta even before he throws a pitch for the Mets, because I feel like that's the type of guy that you keep long-term, somebody that can go out there for 30 starts, give you 170 to 180 innings. And he's relatively healthy. He's also still, how old is Peralta? He's 28? 28. So he's
29.
Still, again, he's not even 30 yet. And we know that he probably has about 4 or 5 more years of his prime left. I would do it. I would 100% do it. And he's not a Boris client. So that's a plus, right? He's 29. He's not a Boris client. That's a plus. So we'll see. We will see. I would love for them to get it done. Love for them to do it.
Yeah, I think it was Rosenthal in Foul Territory was talking about it, and obviously when they brought it up in past weeks, and he said, I think he's open to an extension, but obviously the Brewers were not really talking to him because the Brewers don't want to pay out money. So I do think if Cohen and David want to move and try it, I think there's an open possibility. Am I putting good money on it? We'll see. But, it'd be nice because, and obviously I love, pitching profile being like, hey, if maybe you trade one of Sanger or Peterson, I do think they're done big graphic wise, but let's say we're still sitting here close to spring training. If you flip one of the pitchers, is potentially Framber still a possibility? I would say it's like a 15-20% chance, but you just go really consistent and go 1, 2, 3. That's a playoff rotation. Like if you go Peralta, McLean, Framber, that's a playoff rotation. And then you can have your Clay Holmes, Sean Manaea, and if Senga's still here, there's your 4 and 5 starters. Like that's a solid rotation. Everyone being in the right spot with still upside of potentially Manaea getting back to somewhat of that 2024 form. Senga not being broken glass and cheap as hell and not, going back to maybe pitching a little bit. And obviously we saw Clay Holmes was the most reliable starter. So you're telling me potentially Clay Holmes is your 4 starter? Like that's a playoff team. So again, I don't expect Framber Valdez, but some just maybe depending on it, where we're at getting close to this big turn.
You just never know, to be honest. I don't know what the reports are coming out that, are the Mets, are they in on this? I have no clue. Again, I feel like what kind of put them further in this is a report, and they were asking Andrew Friedman about the Dodgers' interest in starting pitching, and he said that we are not in the starting pitching department, which makes sense because they have like 700 all-star pitchers already. So where the hell are they going to put them in the minor leagues? So again, when it came to Freddy Peralta, it seemed like, again, the Mets, top farm system, the Dodgers, a top farm. Did we see the Yankees in there as well? The Yankees were interested. The Orioles were interested. Yeah. So these are good farm systems here where I guess that, the Dodgers bowed out, and I guess thank you Dodgers for bowing out, and we get our guy, and we get also a bullpen arm, and we'll get into that other bullpen arm they signed earlier on. But yeah. What does Myers top out? Yeah, he's about a 94, a little bit of 95 maybe. He's topped out at 98 before. But he's not really the biggest of strikeout guys, so we'll see what they can turn him into. I don't know. I have no clue.
There is, I guess, one bugaboo which we should be brought up. Has not performed in the playoffs. There is that bugaboo. Freddy Peralta has not performed in the postseason.
Peralta? Let's get to the playoffs first, and then I'll worry about that.
I mean, yes, let's get to the playoff, but
let's get to the postseason because I've seen the Mets make all these acquisitions and still find a way to fuck themselves.
I know. I know. I'm just
The
saying.
postseason, a
He's not
4.32
gonna
earned
get-
run average. Ooh, scary. Okay, great.
But no, well, and
His
also,
6
and
starts.
the Mets have roughed him up. The Dodgers have roughed him up. Like there has been the past where he's not. I'm up big.
Let's
and
get
blow.
to the playoffs first, and then we'll figure it out.
Well, we
I think
have
that's
Nolan
what
McClain
we'll
be
do.
the ace. So, it's okay.
We
McClain
will figure that out as we go along. Dodgers are saving up ammo for Scooble. We did get some news about Scooble actually today that the trade talks for Scooble have actually died down. So I don't know. Does that mean? Yeah, there was one report. Yeah,
right. A
Tyreek Scooble trade is unlikely. That came from John Heyman, who is with Boris guy, and Scooble is a Boris client. So that's something that we can take to heart, I think. But again, Tobias Myers and Freddy Peralta are New York Mets. Wow. Unfortunately, the Mets are rebuilding, so this means absolutely nothing.
So, and again,
anyways.
But David Stearns blew this team up, and there was no plan. He's just
there was no plan.
Reacting.
There was no.
He just
there was no
reacting,
direction. Nothing. He is paid $10 million a year to do nothing. That's pretty much it.
We lost Cheeto Bear, and that's it. But yeah, again,
we lost the Cheeto Bear. We lost the gerbil.
We lost the trumpets, and we're all dead.
We lost the trumpets. It's over. Completely over. There was a quote from David Stearns earlier today during Bo Bichette's press conference. Okay?
Yeah.
And here's what's really here's something very, very funny. Okay, you guys want to hear it? Okay, if you guys haven't seen this, this was from David Stearns at Bo Bichette's press conference, saying, "I can't say with certainty we are going to be able to do that as for starting pitching help, but we remain engaged on many fronts of the market. We still have plenty of time in the offseason and plenty of time before opening day." David Stearns, you sneaky little minx. Unreal, huh? See, he ain't going to give anything away to you. He ain't going to give anything away to you guys.
I mean, this dude's a vampire. He has to do everything late at night or early in the morning. Like, no just afternoon. And, of course, Yankee fans having fun. They got Bellinger.
Phillies were in on him, too. I don't know what they really would have had to give up. What did they have?
It would have been Painter probably going the other way.
That's stupid for them. That's stupid by them, especially after losing Zach Wheeler and Suarez.
Yeah, and Wheeler's not going to be ready. You got Christopher Sanchez after his most innings pitched.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
He's damn good.
Stud.
Christopher Sanchez is damn good. He's damn good, man. You can't say he ain't good. He's damn good.
Nah.
We will see.
But again,
we'll see. I would have liked Yelich back if he could have pulled that off. I don't think that would happen.
To play where, brother? I mean, I respect it.
No.
Trevor McGill, that would have been in a conversation, but Yelly.
Remember when I tried to convince you guys to get Trevor McGill, and now everybody wants him? All right. Crazy.
Well, no, we don't want Frank.
Where's Frank? I don't know where Frank is, actually. We were not sure. He's not been texting us back. He may be in a ditch somewhere. I don't know.
He's on Long Island having a pizza.
This is Frank's guy. This is who Frank has wanted the Mets to trade for like 3 years. So I don't know where he's at.
I was going to say something weird because he hates Luis Robert. They traded for Luis Robert. I don't think he's had an indifference about Bo Bichette, and now they go get his boy. So if Frank's here on Friday, he's gonna have fun.
Air Weber, speaking of Frank, sup boys, another great move. I still would get another outfielder. Bader would make sense. I think that would be awesome for Frank. As we're speaking for Frank, I think he would love Harrison Bader back on this team.
Yeah.
However, I think if they do bring in an outfielder, I think it's going to be a left-handed bat, though, to balance this thing out.
With the two right, I think that you can go either way. I don't now, especially with Robert.
Listen,
here,
you have two right-handers that can play center field, right-handed hitters that can play center field, just like they had with Bader and Taylor and Sirian. So
yeah,
again, I still would say that it's going to be a left-handed bat, but also they're talking about Beatty and Benj as possibilities in left field, who are both left-handed bats.
True.
Right, so I don't know. Yeah. And then you have Jett Williams.
Oh God. No, because I was being down in St. Louis, and I'm thinking obviously we've had the interest in Nootbaar. The more and more this offseason's happened, and obviously what the Cardinals have done,
that might happen. Nootbaar might happen.
Because my thing is I was putting it in my head, just trying to throw something together. I mean, they don't have a first baseman right now. I mean, Ivan Herrera technically is their DH, who's a catcher. They probably like to keep him first.
So it would be Vientos
for Nootbaar. I mean, and again, it would. My thing is I understand you want to give Benj an opportunity. I understand that, but our crosstown rival, we're good. We're not going to sign any outfields. We got Justin Crawford, who hits punch, can't lift a baseball to save his life. But that's my thing. I do think if Nootbaar is a solid player, and also Robert. I'm not saying I've seen some people talk about it, which I think is stupid, being like, "Well, if Robert sucks, if you want to play bench, you can bench him." I'm like, one, you're not paying $20 million to sit on the bench. But my thing is, I just don't want to gift the prospect the spot. And again, we saw his under the hood numbers were great in AAA. Obviously, he didn't have the results, but
no, he's starting.
I do think they're.
I want him, even if he tears the cover off the baseball and Port St. Lucie. I still want him starting in AAA. I still do.
If he Julio's his way, I'm okay. But I don't want that to be your only way because that can also get in the kid's head where it's I have an opportunity now he's not going to be loose, he's not going to be himself because he's well, if I hit my way on, I would like that other obstacle in front of him. That's not, Brett Beatty and Tyrone Taylor. I want another major leaguer who can hit the bottom of the line, another league average hitter.
Here now?
I don't want Brett Beatty in left field. Just leave his ass in the infield. Put him at first, third, and second.
Where's he going to play? That sounds like somebody that they need to trade.
No, Polo goes to DH and Beatty goes to first. That's how it should be. Polo at DH, Brett at first. Simple. Don't stop messing around. That's what it should be.
I don't want Brett Beatty playing. I don't want Brett Beatty playing a position he barely plays. He should not be in left field. Let's put him in a plate.
Well, at least he knows the infield. He knows the grass.
Or trade him.
We're not going to trade for Skubal now. Unless we're trading. Do we trade Tong and Beatty for Skubal?
Could it be Beatty? Wait a minute. You said Morahone. Could it be Beatty for Morahone and Tatis?
Well, no, if that's possible. Yeah, I don't. They're not trading Tatis.
Right. If Bench earns it by hitting in spring training, fine. If he doesn't, put Beatty in left field to sign Hayes, platoon them. Beatty can hit. I have no clue. I have no clue if Beatty actually can hit, to be honest. I really don't. I have no clue.
I
have no clue if he actually can be a major league hitter. He's shown it. He's shown it for a few stretches. Then he disappears. Yeah. They still have Ewing. Yeah, Ewing is another guy who I think is more of a center fielder in comparison to a guy like Benj.
We'll see again.
I don't understand putting Beatty in left field personally, but again, we will see. Now, I do want to get into Luis Garcia. Another guy that the Mets signed earlier today. I was thinking about going live for it, but then I was like, you know what? This team is exhausting me. But then they were like, hey, well, watch this. Let's trade for Freddy Peralta. Luis Garcia signed a 1 year, $1.75 million deal. Pretty decent bargain. Yeah. He is a hard throwing sinker baller. Had some velocity to this pen where it wasn't really coming as much. Didn't have underlying wise the best season. I'd say that he's more similar to Ryan Stanek than you want him to be. However, he has had some success before out of the bullpen. I'm pretty sure he had some kind of playoff run, right? Or something. Or am I thinking of somebody else?
Thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, he had a playoff run with he had a good playoffs with San Diego in 2022.
Oh, okay.
He won, yeah. So again, he's only had 5 postseason appearances. He is 37 years old. He hits 99. He can top out at a 100. So again, it gives you some velocity in that pen. He is this guy's gonna be in the, doghouse by June.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We will see. Definitely gives up a decent amount of hard contact. However, he is a good ground ball guy, sinker baller, as you do expect. If he can't get ground balls as a sinker baller, he probably should just retire. But maybe there's some things that they can tinker with. He does have really good stuff. However, there are some inconsistencies. Let's just say that. I just want to put up his pitch profiler, and we're going to get a little bit more deeper into this.
On Friday.
Oh, wrong Garcia.
Again, there was 3 Luis Garcias.
When they signed Garcia, it was like, which one? Here's the Garcia that we just got. Again, grades out pretty well above average with his overall arsenal. Gets a decent amount of chases, a decent amount of chases, keeps the ball on the ground. He's a sinker, what you expect. And that's for more of the over-the-top type of delivery that he does have. That's a solid beard. Yes, it is a solid beard. So the Mets traded a Luis for a Luis and then also signed another Luis today.
Another Luis.
So are we getting Luis Arise next?
No.
I hope not.
God, no.
I hope not.
Hey, the Giants fired Kevin Adams. Nice. Hardball ball, baby.
Zach Gallen on a 1-year deal. I don't see Zach Gallen happening. You would be giving up a first-round pick. And they already have given up a decent amount of draft pick compensation with Bo Bichette. And also Zach Gallen, that's a risk I'm not willing to take personally. I feel like we're already removed from his Cy Young days. If he was just 1 year removed, kind of like, a guy like you sign a prove it deal after a rough season, like a down season that you had, like, I don't know if you want to say like Luis Severino or who else.
Minaya, those level of guys.
Minaya.
If you want to say like in this year's
Giolito,
yeah.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned Giolito in the chat. I mean, you have to. Have to trade.
I could see them signing like one of those guys, like to a 1-year deal for if it gets cheap. But I'm not. We have that. Like, I mean. We have those type of guys. Reliever wise, like again, Kopech, do you want a bounce back guy for a 1-year deal? I'm all in on that. Obviously Hunter Harvey has been off the market for a minute. What other relievers are out there where it's like a 1-year deal, like bounce back proof it besides Kopech? I mean, is there anybody else on that market you're like, that's the guy? Not really.
I mean, there's some flyer pieces. I don't know. Lorenzen's gone. He went to Colorado. Good luck to him, by the way.
Have fun, exactly.
Let's see. There's somebody else available. Kopech, Austin Hayes after that, I'm good. If they get, I don't know about Austin Hayes is weird because it seems like there is a market for him. Probably it's because the outfield market after Bellinger and Tucker is so barren.
And this is just a warning. Yeah. This is just a warning. Yeah.
Yeah. It's even worse next year. Yeah, I know.
Oh, the next 3 years, it's awful. Like, there are no bats going to be available. So be prepared that, there is. Like,
so what you're saying is we got to make a trade for Tatis, and we got to do it right now.
Yes. Well, maybe next year, but 100%.
Tobias Harris as a reliever in 2025, a 1.91 earned run average over Tobias. Did I say Tobias Harris? Tobias Harris. J. Cole, baby. Tobias Myers as a reliever in 2025. There we go. A 1.91 earned run average. A 20 strikeouts, 3 walks, a .92 whip. That is across 28.1 innings pitched. Yeah, Tobias Harris. We should get Tobias Harris. He's actually having a good season. For the, where is he at now? Is he with Detroit?
Detroit. Yeah.
Kenley Jansen is still out there. I think he already signed. Where do you go?
Yes, he's in Detroit.
Kenley went somewhere.
Detroit.
Kenley Jansen. Detroit.
In Detroit. Yeah. You goober ass. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that the Yankees have a chance of signing Framber Valdez? I don't. Maybe.
What?
It's possible. I don't know. I have no clue. No clue. The Dodgers seem to be out of the starting pitching market, but I'm sure that they'll turn around and trade for Skubal after the talks have been completely shut down, because we all know that every single move is tailored to go to the Dodgers. So publicly, hey, it's all done, but hey, we'll just exclusively talk to the Dodgers. But yeah, if they trade Senga or Peterson, what would you trade them for?
Reliever, outfield depth, maybe refund the prospect capital a little bit. Like, any of those work.
Maybe. Remember, they did get a prospect in return for Jeff McNeil, who's going to be a superstar.
Can't name him, but, he's there.
The Mets just posted on their their Twitter,
trades official,
that they have acquired these guys named Freddy Peralta and Tobias Myers for Brandon Sproat and Jett Williams. So, man, he looks cute, doesn't he?
He do be looking cute.
They look cute,
That's
don't
crazy.
they? Wow.
Welcome. Well, Tobias, who cares? But, Freddie looking, he's got a little bit of aura to him.
I think Tobias is a good pickup, though. Definitely deepens the bullpen.
Again, I'll take any arm from Milwaukee's arm barn. So,
bag of balls for Senga. Ain't that the truth?
Pretty much. A thing of General Tao's chicken.
Senga's got trade value, especially after you're seeing what Freddie's going for, even though Senga obviously not in comparison. Senga, in his situation, like, you probably could get a decent back for him, but we'll see what they do. We'll see.
Well, he can't go to Houston now.
Senga will have a good season this year. One can only hope. I would love to swallow all my words, because I know that Senga can be good when he's on the field. Is he going to be on the field to do it? That's the main reason as to why I'm very, very critical of it. Because, to be honest, a lot of this, it's just, Andrew, you've said it already on our show. There's too much dumb baggage. There's too much ridiculous baggage with Senga that allows you to put your trust into him. Now you at this current moment, you do have a 6-man rotation, so maybe that kind of fits in. But I want Freddy Peralta starting every 5 days, because I know he's capable of it and he can give you the best every 5 days. We'll see. Listen, I know Senga's capable of what he's capable of. And fully healthy he is, but is he ever going to be healthy? I don't know. I don't know if he will. That's the main reason as to why I get very skeptical about saying, well, Senga's going to be the number 3 in this rotation behind McLean and Peralta. Isn't that amazing how I could say Peralta's a Met now? That's awesome,
Peralta,
isn't it?
great, yeah. Beautiful.
But we'll see. We will see. I listen, if they want to go with Senga for another year, that is fine. But again, I would not be surprised if we get to spring training and there's another injury issue with him. Would not be surprised. I really wouldn't. And I'm not saying that as an insulting way, but it's just how it has been with Senga. That's just how it has been. Let's see.
I'm looking at the reliever market.
It's very rare for players to look good in Mets uniforms, in my opinion. Peralta looks good, and Soto, but I will never like Soto again. I'm guessing you're a Yankees fan. Let me ask this. Ghost, are you the same Ghost that was in my Discord server like 6 years ago? I'm pretty sure you were a moderator in there. Were you?
Just
Is this him? No? You weren't? Okay. Just checking, because there was a guy named Ghost in there who was also a Yankee fan. So I was just wondering. All right. That's lore even before I met Andrew. That's crazy. Before I even met Andrew and Frank, that's lore before there. We'll see.
I'm looking at this reliever. Yeah, I'm looking at this reliever market. What's left? I mean, like, it is literally Seranthony Dominguez,
Sorantini.
Jose Leclerc. You want to try to buy low? Like, I mean, Evan Phillips. You want to buy low on Evan Phillips coming off an injury?
Banged up, yeah.
Eli Morgan's available. Galen Beeks, if you want another lefty. Like, Met Weekly legend Lou Trevino's out there.
Louis Trevino.
The guy I'm trying to pull up, because obviously he had a good year 2 years ago, and he has starter and bullpen ability. How bad was Nick Martinez last year?
Nick Martinez.
Because I know he's a starter.
Is he a starter now?
But I think he went back to the bullpen. So that's the only reason I like, because he could be like a Trevor Williams-esque on like a 1 year deal, starter reliever.
Old. Last year he was 4.5. Yeah, 4.45 earned run average. He started 26 games, 14 out of the bullpen. In the bullpen, he had a... Let's see. What the hell? Stop being annoying, Fangraphs. Okay. That just made me laugh. Okay. Let's see.
Because at least he gives you the versatility of being a starter and a reliever.
Yeah,
like that's the only thing.
So does Myers.
You just get like
Myers could be.
So you'd have
someone who can.
I mean, I'm down.
Things up.
I just like having guys that can do both. Like if I need a spot starter, he can spot start. If I need, I need a bulk guy after, let's say, a Mania blow up. You can go to and not have to kill the bullpen. I do think there is a lot of value to it. And if you can get me more of those guys, again, I'm looking up the Savant page now. I know he had a really good year the year before because he got the qualifying offer. That's how good he was. Cincinnati offered him the qualifying offer. Yeah. So it's just something I'm pulling up the Savant page now.
Maybe they do get another reliever. Maybe they do trade for a reliever. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, let's see.
I would have expected Acuna to go for a reliever, but he went for a little bit more than I thought he would.
A little bit more. I mean, it doesn't look great, but it avoids hard contact, doesn't walk guys, avoids barrels.
How long is Minter out? I would say that you're going to see him late in spring training. But there also is a strong possibility that you don't see him until like May or June. Like there's a strong possibility. It's all really just about how fast they want to go with him, and that's the main reason as to why they got to get a quantity of arms as well for this bullpen. They do need to get another reliever. So yeah, that's probably how we're seeing it. Let's see. Sorry, Carson, but Beatty is a keeper. Vientos is the odd man out on this team right now, and that's what we said about Vientos last year. Like this is what I mean. And then Mauricio will break out this year, right? And then we'll be like, oh, Mauricio's got to stay. We got to get rid of the other two. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Is releasing Garrett Cole a bad move? Nah.
I mean, he's not reliable. He's always hurt. God,
dude, Garrett Cole's contract is going to go down as one of the best, like one of the best long-term deals ever signed. Can we agree? Like that and Max Scherzer's with the Nationals.
Scherzer,
that's going to go down as one of the best.
The injuries on the back half of this Cole contract might dampen it a little bit.
But he's already been good for like 6 years already with them.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
That is a 9-year deal.
I'm just saying, right? From the general. Yeah, I believe. And then didn't they extend it too or whatever? Didn't they do it like 2 years ago? They extended it or
they like voided it or something. Well, I still think that's going to go down as one of the best. Like it is like again. For the first 5 years, what did he get paid? It was like what 36 million.
And that's when everyone.
Yeah, it was 180. He got paid 180. Fangraphs is being a pain in the ass right now. He got paid 180, and then throughout those 5 years, he accumulated a value of his 180, and this thing is a pain in the ass right now.
Yeah, Savant's not doing much better.
What the hell's going on right now? Are we in a surge?
I guess. We're not even in a blizzard yet. Blizzard's not even coming to slow everything
Yanks
down.
have a really good pitching staff. I do think that they do have a good pitching staff. Yeah.
Let's see.
If you win one championship, the long-term contract is worth it. And that's what the Nationals did with Scherzer.
So, all right, I think I have my new, if we trade Vientos and I just need a first baseman off the bench, and if you want to continue to add the leadership, I have my new leader in the clubhouse of who I want. Brains.
I'm not even gonna guess. I'm not even gonna guess. See, I'm not even giving you attention. How's that feel?
I mean,
better not be Drew Smith.
It better not be. Yeah. Dom Smith, Drew Smith. Bro, go get me Carlos Santana to be my veteran, another veteran off the bat. Still in the 95th percentile and outs above average.
Vientos would have to go.
I think I'm like, if Vientos gets traded, exactly. Attaboy, Ricardo. I guess what I'm saying, he's still at 8 OAA in the 95th percentile at fucking age 40. Dude, get me Carlos Santana off the bench. I mean, again, last year was the first year he kind of dropped off offensively, but I don't need him to play every day. I just need him to be, late game defense for Polo.
Vientos is Lindor's boys. Something nobody brings up. I don't think they're really boys, to be honest.
And Francisco Lindor doesn't have friends in this locker. What do you mean? Lindor doesn't have friends.
He is like the worst teammate of all time. I like Rodon with the beard. Yeah, Rodon without the beard was kind of weird.
It's weird. Yeah.
Weird without the beard.
I mean, we can bring back maybe we can bring back Jose Iglesias on a minor league deal.
Apparently Lindor doesn't like anyone.
True.
He doesn't like one person. He's in Sacramento now.
Yeah, Lindor.
And neither do I. So listen, same, homie, same.
I mean,
when the hell he's more about did Brandon Sproat have a goatee? When did that happen? When was that a thing?
Oh my God, Jesus!
When was that a thing?
Definitely a minor league thing. Who knows?
Wow. Well, look, Jett Williams is life-sized on this part.
Exactly. Drawn to scale. Oh, God. So, Starling Marte. God, like, we're talking about his outfield market. Like,
To be honest, I think it's going to be Marte. I'm not gonna lie.
I do
wouldn't be
too,
surprised.
but I hope not.
I'm hoping that
sure.
it's a left-handed bat. I'm hoping that it's a left-handed bat, to be honest.
I'm just hoping
But-
anyone that's not Starling Marte.
But
Right.
it's opening for him right now. It really is.
Hey, let's see. How about? I know he was horrible defensively. Let me see. Is this
Yeah.
if? Let's see. Let me look somebody up first in Savant before
Austin Hayes could be another one. He plays left field a lot better than center field, so that could be something. But they also have a fourth. They already have a fourth outfielder right now, but they have like how many infielders do they have on this roster right now? They have at least 6,
the
right?
4 plus Beatty, Vientos, Mauricio. So there's at least 7.
7 infielders. Yeah, keep them all. All right.
Yeah.
Well, they got rid of Acuna and they got rid of Jett. So
wait, could a Yankees legend be a perfect stopgap for bench? This loads right. We played right field though.
Miguel Andujar.
No, I'm thinking of another Yankee legend.
Oh, Clint the Dint Frazier.
No, not that one either.
Billy McKinney. That's who you're looking for.
I mean, that's a Mets legend. That's definitely a Mets
He was also
legend.
a legend on the Yankee. He did. I don't know if the Yankees fan is still in here. Ghost. Billy McKinney was pretty good for you guys for a little bit, right?
Billy McKinney. I mean, he had a good year. Has he not?
The whole
Agreed.
infield is shortstops. There is a lot of shortstops. However,
Which is
the
good.
Padres
Yeah,
kind of went
that's
with
fine.
that approach too. They have like 14 shortstops in their starting lineup.
I mean, you want a left-handed bat for a minor league deal? Mike Tauchman could make some sense. Had a good year last year.
Walk it like I Sockman.
Just to be a little insurance for a month or two. He's coming off a decent year. He's a 0 OAA. He's kind of an average defender. Put him in left field.
JJ Bleday. That's interesting. But he signed with the Reds. Yeah,
he signed with the Reds.
Yeah, shortstops are the best athletes. And I've talked about this multiple times before where Stearns actually did this in Milwaukee where he puts sure-handed guys up the middle. Like not sure-handed, actually, like elite defense up the middle. So you have Simeon, Lindor, Robert, as of right now, center field, second base, shortstop, and then he puts athletes at less taxing range positions. We saw him do that a lot in Milwaukee. Of some guys who don't even have that much experience playing the position, but they end up having a lot more of a smooth transition there because of their athleticism, which we know that there's a ton of athletes on that Brewers team that was kind of sculpted with David Stearns. Either way, for those of you in here, make sure you hit the like button if you have not already. Make sure to subscribe. We will see. Mike Vassell and Sproat going to throw a combined no-hitter versus the Mets. Did
Did they sign him?
is Vassell with Milwaukee now?
Honestly, I saw Dom Hamill got DFA'd by the Rockies.
Dom Hamill got Dom Hamill, man. What a fall off. Let's see. Is Vassell with Milwaukee? I thought he was with Chicago.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he's with the White Sox, yeah. Conforto coming back? I don't see that I mean, he is a left-handed bat, but he just came off. Conforto was arguably like the worst hitter in all of baseball last year, so I don't think I think anything he signs is going to be a minor league deal.
Oh, by the way,
best.
Cohen has tweeted, and Stearns has at least put out a statement on both Peralta and Myers. It's on the SNY Mets account.
Oh.
And Will Salmon's yapping on SNY as well. Shout out to Will.
What an incredible week. Let's go Mets. Unfortunately, we have already established
that we're dead.
Unfortunately, Steve, we've already established that your GM is terrible and he's a terrorist. So, sorry. Ibby's in here. Ibby! Hey, Jett Williams is gone. That's got to suck, right? That must suck. That must frickin' suck. Nah, we love Ibby in here. He's
love
a homie.
Him, dog. He's a boy.
Banter's fun. We love it. So, Steve Cohen said, what an incredible week. Let's go Mets. I don't understand how incredible it is with the Cheeto Bear gone, but what did David Stern say?
Exactly. This guy.
What did David Stern say?
On the SNY Mets account, they put a little blurb above the pictures.
Just making sure there's no terroristic threats on my timeline. I'm really
Yeah, God knows you don't want me. Yeah, you don't want me reading.
Oh,
you know, I'm retarded. So. Yeah.
Acquiring Freddy adds another established starter to help lead our rotation. Throughout the offseason, we sought to complement our rotation with another front-end pitcher, and we are thrilled to be able to bring Freddy to the Mets. He is very familiar with Freddy Peralta, as we all know. He's also familiar with this guy, too, saying over the past 2 seasons, Tobias has become extremely valuable major league pitcher. His ability to pitch out of the rotation and the bullpen allows him to help the team in multiple ways. His addition adds another quality young major league arm to our organization. So basically it's adding Peralta to the rotation, upgrading that, and then also you're kind of replacing Sproat with Myers, I guess?
Yeah.
Kind of like that, because they talked about putting Sproat in the bullpen beforehand. They talked about, him possibly being a starter, him starting in AAA. They talked all about that. We know that Brandon Sproat, for what he's developed into the sinker baller that he is, there's a possibility that he's likely a back end starter. Likely.
Yeah, probably.
We'll see. Forever my jetpack, and it's off to Milwaukee to get drunk and have cheese.
Have cheese. Cheesehead marker. Oh, man. Boba
When is someone going to wipe that permanent smirk off Stern's face? Hey, he just made a great move here, all right? He can smile all he wants, but I think he's just kind of just awkward. I think that's why. He just smiles when he's having a conversation. David Stearns works in the shadows.
He's a vampire. What he is.
McLean Rookie of the Year. That would be awesome because then we could get a draft pick. It'd be awesome, right? Get a draft pick after losing one. It'd be awesome. Take a flyer on Jason Hayward.
No.
To be honest, I don't hate it. But because if you're talking about a veteran piece, he's loved in clubhouses, Jason Hayward. We know he is. He sucks now. He was always a decent defender, right?
Yes, that is the receipts I'm retweeting on X is so much fun. Him, dog, don't you got school tomorrow? It's 11 o'clock. Don't you got to teach the youth? You should be a role model to the children and not retweeting dumbasses.
I don't know why we're talking about. Why are we talking about Anthony Volpe in the chat? I don't get it.
Who knows?
Mr. Chicken Parm.
It's like Mr. Exactly. Oh man.
Padres are a good trade candidate for the Mets right now. Now for an outfielder, could be Laureano has still been set as available. You could just get Jackson Merrill, maybe. They're trying to dump his salary.
Oh God. So we're feeling good right now. Again,
Now it's from now on, it is just I'm shocked. And unexpected stuff. Because all the heavy
the Mets
lifting is
should
done.
be able to hit lefties. They should, because they just brought in Robert. That's basically one of his specialties. And then you also have Polanco, who's really good as a right-handed hitter. He's also switch. Where's Frank? Frank's not available. We haven't heard from Frank, actually. We wanted to congratulate him on getting his guy. So, yeah. What's your Scooble proposal? Well, he's pretty much off the market as of right now. It seems like it's unlikely, but you never know. My offer to him would be, I don't know, 9-year deal in free agency. That's what that would be my offer for him next winter. I ain't trading for him. I ain't trading for him this offseason because we all know that the ask is too high. I think there's a strong possibility that Scooble will be on the trade market at the trade deadline.
Potentially. At the deadline, yeah.
Maybe. No one's checked on Frank. We have checked on Frank, but he just hasn't responded. I think he's asleep. He may be asleep. He's probably sleeping, right? He's got to be.
100%.
Mets go after Yandy
He worked
Diaz.
all day today. I mean,
we gave up a lot for a guy who could have been signed next offseason. I'm torn. This is what I said. I said off stream, like right before we went live to Andrew. I think that this trade is a full on W if they were to extend Freddie. If they were to extend him before, if they were to extend him before the season starts, similar to like what they did with Lindor, it was like a day before opening day, right? There has been talks about him being interested in an extension. And like we said earlier at the top of this live stream, Freddy Peralta is not represented by Scott Boras. He is represented by Rep 1 Baseball. 4 years, 120. I go 5. I go 5 years for him. Why not? Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And again, you also think about in that situation, like after next year, Manaea's gone, Senga's gone, so you have the money coming off the books that you can just literally just flip with his $8 million, the 20-something of Manaea, the 15 or whatever for Senga, just give it to Peralta. And sign Tarek Skubal, and then you've got a generational rotation with McLean, but, we'll figure it out. That's for later. That's for next year.
Do you think Peterson or Senga going to do? I think Peterson's more likely to get moved now. But we'll see. He's 100%. Peterson's 100% getting moved at the trade deadline if we are selling. That's 100% happening, no matter what.
But that's the negative.
I don't want to be in that reality, negative. Obviously. I want to be buying by the deadline, obviously. Manaea has 2 lefts. Yeah. I want Senga gone. I would move on too. I really would. I think he's just fragile. I really do. And I also think he's kind of soft too. But we've already talked about this already. Stearns would have not traded Williams and Sproat and not be saying, yeah. I think they're going to try to extend him. I do think that they're going to have that. Peralta's asking for more than Cease. That could happen. I would count on him getting way more than like $200 million. It all really depends on, 8-year deal for Freddy Peralta. I don't know, but
let's call it $40 million a year times 6.
If he wants 5 or 6 years, I'm not gonna hold back. This is a good pitcher. Like, he's a frontline piece.
Call it 6 for 240. Holy shit! Maybe that's a little bit.
Maybe Stearns finds a sucker to tape Manaea. I don't see Manaea. I'm hopeful that Manaea can resurface into something. and at least reclaim a little bit left. Because the swing and miss stuff is still there. I just hope that he comes to spring healthy. That's literally it. He needs to be 100% healthy. Because we all knew that when he came back later on in the season, he was not healthy. He just was not healthy whatsoever. Because the stuff was there, but he was wearing off very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Stearns doesn't like giving long-term deals to starters nearly 30. He's going to have to change that after giving up two top prospects, which is the main reason as to why I think he's going to try to extend him. I'm hoping that those talks continue. Poor Luis Angel Acuna stuck with the White Sox. Well, that's to be honest, that's his fault for saying that he plays bored. Now you go to the most boring place on earth. Yeah, hopefully they use deferments on Peralta. We'll see if they do extend him. I hope they do. That's the only way that I think that this trade is a fat W. It's already a W, but it's a fat W if you extend Freddy Peralta. And I'm not even that big of a Jett Williams fan. Haven't been for a while. Like I haven't been big on Jett probably since he was drafted. I like Sproat, but there was definitely points where I would give him up in a trade. This being one of them. But we'll see. We will see. You never know because you also have that lockout coming up. You don't know what Freddy Peralta is looking for on that market, or maybe that affects his decision to sign an extension or not. But yeah, there has been talks about Freddy Peralta signing an extension. So we'll see. We will see.
Okay.
If people are already talking about an extension for him,
it would make sense.
I mean, the Dodgers did this with Glasnow. Glasnow's a different story because they got a different situation because he's never on the field.
Sure.
But so they got a little bit of a discount there. I would love to extend Peralta. Love to do it. That's the type of guy you need solidifying your rotation. He may not be a certified number one like a guy like Skubal. However, that is a horse of an arm that you would love to keep for the rest of his prime. Let's see.
I think.
Let's see.
Yegor is a friggin' beast.
This is Brandon Weil. He is a Brandon Weil. He is a baseball writer. I'm not sure who he writes for. He writes for The Score and for Fox. He put out this tweet about a potential extension for Freddy Peralta, saying Freddy Peralta could hit free agency next winter with $21 million. It's amazing. He's only made $21 million in career earnings after signing an insanely team-friendly extension. He'll no doubt want to cash in, but he might be very willing to take the most security of full guaranteed money if the Mets try to extend him now. So it's possible. I hope it happens. I would love for it to happen. But we'll see. We will see. And also, you can look at this market of what you got from what Valdez is looking at, even though he's kind of a different situation because of that whole mix-up thing, but cross-up thing. But you look at the market, I mean, I don't know. But then you also have Dylan Cease that's scaring the living crap out of everyone. GR, what's going on? Stearns gave Manaea a 3-year deal in his mid-30s. Why not Peralta? Sure, he's going to ask for a lot more than that, though. We'll see.
It's going to probably be double it. It's going to probably be a 6-year deal. But again, it's possible if he's open. And again, we've seen what happens, and
let's say 6 years.
You don't want 40
million.
6
years.
35.
Hold on. 6.
What did Cease get?
It would be 6 years, 240. 40 million a year. 6 years, 240. Would you guys do that for Freddie? Let us know. That's through his prime. That is. What a splash by David Stearns. For those of you who are here, came here late, the Mets have acquired Freddy Peralta and Tobias Myers. In exchange for Jett Williams and Brandon Sproat, 2 top 5 prospects. Mets just signed Marte to be Soto's personal barber for $17 million. I wouldn't be surprised if he's back. I really wouldn't. I really just would not. However, you have other veterans, so maybe they follow by example. Yeah, didn't the Mets sign the former Cubs closer coming off of Tommy John surgery? They did. Albert Alzolay. So please no Marte. I would not. Listen, I am not advocating for it, but I feel like there is a possibility. They did actually ask David Stearns about Starling Marte today, which is just so stupid. It all really depends on what they're going to be paying him. I mean, I love Marte. I think he's had a great career. Yeah, he declined to comment on it. Yeah, he said Starling was a great Met, and I'm not going to comment on it. CP, what's going on? Yeah, exactly. We finally did it, right? We've been fighting the good fight for a while. Yeah. I can totally see the Mets bringing Marte back. I mean, the thing is that you have left field open as of right now, right? You have bench spots that you probably want to fill in, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. But if it keeps Mr. $765 million happy, whatever.
Oh God! Stop.
He has horrible knees. He has horrible everything in his lower body at this current moment.
He's just old.
He's just an old man.
What a couple days. That's just. But again, baseball's bad because, the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. Too bad, don't care. Cry me a river. And Freddy Peralta has posted on his Instagram, LFGM. There you go. Freddy has talked. Freddy has spoken.
Conforto for left field?
No.
No thanks. No. I think we're way past that. However, if he does end up signing with the Mets and coming back, I will be pushing the most propaganda in everybody else's face. It's going to be happening. Especially it's going to happen with Anthony Rivera from Subway to Shea. I will be annoying the living crap out of him with
he's going to be a
propaganda.
Met. I mean, he can play for the Syracuse Mets. He can go play up in Syracuse. Ain't wrong with that. He can just sit in Syracuse,
have a minor league deal, likely.
Exactly. He can go play in Syracuse.
Pitching in the... I think he is pitching in the WBC.
I don't know, to be honest. To be honest, I do not know.
Tobias Myers is a certified dog. Can't believe Stearns pulled that off. Yeah, I was saying, I'm surprised that 2 starters went back. I mean, technically swingman, one swingman and a starter. But yeah. No, this is going to be a fun WBC. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Dude,
the pitching is finally going to be good for the American team. Finally.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's finally going to be fun. And then obviously we got PR. Is Correa playing this time?
He should be. And we're probably gonna have George Springer and Nolan Arenado. Oh, who cares about Nolan Arenado? But I think Springer's playing Puerto Rico too. Supposedly, he's on their extended roster. So.
Interesting.
So it's gonna be fun, bro. Can't wait.
Gonna be sick.
So, and thank you, Bob.
Bo
2.5 hours later.
Bo Bichette said, what's it called? Bo Bichette is playing for Team Brazil, right? He's the one I'm the most worried about. He's the one I'm most worried about.
Bro's playing for Brazil. Okay.
Yeah. We got plenty of guys playing for... Well, some of these teams are more stacked.
Again,
Wow.
we're ruining baseball. We have good
The
players.
end of an era.
Jett Williams, salute the little person off out of here.
Again, this is his exact height from here to here.
Little man.
Don't forget the White Sox signing Murataki Murakami. Said they might not be that bad considering they got 5-time MVP Luis Angel Acuna. Hey, if he turns into his brother, that's the only way we're going to lose that trade because yikes. Yeah. I mean, listen, if he is bored in the Mets organization playing board, that's going to be rough.
I love how the Chicago media was calling him Luis Angel Acuna. I love it. Literally everyone called him Angel Acuna.
I think it's going to be. I'd go. I think it's probably going to be Patriots Seahawks, and I'm going to go with the Seahawks winning it. That's what I'm going to go with.
Dude, we're going to live in a world where Sam Darnold's going to win a ring. Bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. And guess where his offensive coordinator is going to go after the season?
To the Titans.
Yeah, to go chill with Robert Saleh.
Robert Saleh. Looking through old pictures, I found this screenshot.
Mets signed Justin. Right. Guys, what are your Super Bowl predictions? Let us know. While we're at
I don't think anyone
believes you can't. Yeah. Listen, that is an understatement. It has been so odd. Such a crazy year. Let's just say that. We can't. So many teams have so many weaknesses, and there's like so many turnovers in the NFL now. Crazy.
Yeah.
I know, bro. I hate when they say Luis Angel, and it's not Luis Angel. Yeah, it's Luis Angel Acuna.
White
Pats
people, bro. They don't.
Okay. You guys think Pats?
I mean, Drake May. Sure.
Drake Ma. His nickname's Drake May. Did you know that?
Drake May. I think we've done it. I don't think. I mean, knowing David Stearns, he is a vampire, so I guess anything can strike late. But I do think we're going to be able to go to bed and relax and not have to go live again, hopefully. But shout out to David Stearns. Generational comeback.
Shout out David.
After the fan base won. Even though,
W. David.
Harbaugh, baby. Yeah, Harbaugh, baby. Firing everybody. And a boy.
Yeah. Let's see
Bro,
if there's anything else.
But no. Yeah, I mean, if Jarrett Stidham, knowing how the season is going, I wouldn't be surprised if Jarrett Stidham goes full Nick Foles and finds a way to win because that defense is so damn good. I mean, I don't expect either game to.
They can score 10 points and win.
Yeah, but both defense, I don't think you're gonna. It's gonna be like okay, one or two big plays is what's gonna change that game. Because both defenses are gonna kill Drake May and Jarrett Stidham, so it's just who can make. The two big plays are going to change that game. And the Seahawks, I think the Seahawks Ram game, that's going to be nuts. But we'll see.
There is two pitchers with 200 plus strikeouts in each of the last 3 seasons. That being Freddy Peralta and Dylan Sheesh. Probably because DeGrom has not been able to be healthy.
I mean, I saw this tweet from Marino, and I think it's funny that Game 3 of the wild card series, the three pitchers that face the Mets in Game 3 are all current New York Mets. Tobias Myers, Freddy Peralta, and Devin Williams.
Crazy
I
how
just
the
think
night
that's kind of
changes, huh?
And Tito Bear is dead in Baltimore, eating Seabiscuit.
Darren Rivera, I agree with this. Like, subscribe. We have plenty of people in here. If you have not liked already, we recommend. We're not threatening you at all. We recommend that you do.
Well,
it's free. It is free.
And I did hear a rumor, if you subscribe to the Mets Weekly channel, you do get in the mail a Chick-fil-A gift card. So subscribe, and maybe you'll get a Chick-fil-A gift card. Tobias Myers.
Okay, can the Twitter notifications stop coming through here? This is annoying.
What now?
I'm like, oh, they did something else.
I don't. We're done. We're done. Okay.
We're done. We're finished, guys. We're done.
We're done. We're good.
All right. So in the matter of, let's say,
a week.
Yeah, the matter of 6 days. The matter of 6 days, they lost out on Kyle Tucker, signed Bo Bichette, traded for Luis Robert Jr., signed Luis Garcia, and also acquired Freddy Peralta and Tobias Myers. Mets fans, are you not entertained? Like, come on. That's 5 players in 1 week. And the Phillies said they're good at staying put right now.
They're going to run back the same. The Phillies are doing what all you morons wanted to do, and the Mets are blowing their team up and saying, you know what, we need some change. So,
would you have the 2024 playoff Mets beating the 2026 team as of right now?
Yeah.
I think the 2016 team can beat them. I really do.
I did 2026 team would dog walk that fraudulent team.
But hey,
Power of
we
friendship.
don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Yeah, these guys are working hard tonight. Tonight, you mean the last 6 days? Dude, we've been live so much this past week. And I also did 2 Rangers streams as well. Shout out Rangers Central. I'm sure they went live earlier.
Love those guys
for this news.
Yeah, but nobody cared about hockey. Nobody cared about hockey, Boomer. It's okay. But shout out to those guys.
Well, when you put out a letter, the letter 2.0.
Your fans can't read. What are you putting out letters for? You should have done a YouTube video.
I didn't know Drury can write.
Exactly.
Whereas Frank, I think his Franklin. We actually call him Franklin, not Frankie. Franklin. Yeah. We need another bat. I wouldn't mind one. Tommy Pham? Who is available that could play the outfield? You have Bader, obviously. Bader's available.
Tommy Pham, Harrison Bader.
Hayes is available.
Hayes.
Is Andujar still available? Or did he sign somewhere?
Yeah, he's available. Sidney Crosby scores. That a boy.
Andujar's available. Yeah.
Hey, the Dodgers just DFA'd Michael Ciani. If you want some run prevention, we can go get Michael Ciani.
Okay. I think they pull up Carson Bench, no doubt. Ian Blapp. I mean, I talked about Ian Blapp, but are you up on Pham stats? I have looked at it a little bit. Maybe I'll do a stream explaining it. Phamalytics or whatever. What is he calling it? Famgraphs?
Oh God. Famgraphs. Oh God. Bro, we're about to get freaking.
Is he like
18 inches of
snow?
Jesus Christ.
Is his stats like, you know, who gets stabbed the most and who survives or whatever? Randall Grichuk is another one. We've talked about Grichuk multiple years now.
Yeah.
So we're getting power outage forecast. Dude, it's going to get ugly this weekend. Holy hell. It's going to get ugly. I got like
Let's
18 inches
say
of smoke coming.
let's say if Paul Skeens was a free agent, what would be the offers? Very high. Paul Skeens is going to be like what, a 25-year-old free agent?
26. Yeah.
Skeens is like, he came up at what? Age 21.
Yeah.
So likely 12-year deal, maybe? Like what what Yamamoto got?
$765 million.
$800 million. He's good. Yeah, I mean, he's going to be the
$800 million?
highest paid pitcher ever. He is.
Oh,
Like, he's probably going to break Scooble. Like, but that's still, he's still in pre-arb, man. What the Pirates, what the hell?
Dude, hold up. You can't yell at the Pirates this year. They've actually added professional bats, so you can't yell at them this year. They've actually done stuff this year.
I don't know. The Pirates should trade him to the Yankees for Dominguez.
Why? Shut the fuck
Remember that thing? They'll only give up Dominguez if it's for Paul Skeens.
For Paul Skeens.
Way to put pressure on the kid. Hunter Renfroe, that is someone who Andrew's twerked for a little bit. Andrew's done a little rhino twerking for that.
Yeah. 2 years, 3 years ago, I was throwing my rhino cheeks. Now
we are slapping the rhino cheeks. Verdugo, no thank you.
No thank you.
No thank you on Verdugo. That guy has a horrible attitude. I'm sorry. I don't want him anywhere near this team.
He's just a horrible baseball player, but you know.
Verdugo. Yeah, he fell off. Austin Slater would be interesting. Nothing's crazy.
Again, like any of these, again, we're talking about, you know, who cares, guys? Like, it's just a Carson, you know, Carson Ben, you're my only hope.
Slater does have some good batted ball data, but he's not really
good against lefty. I know he's good against lefty.
Profar, I don't know if Profar is available. No, he got suspended too, right?
And he's the Braves signed him to 3-year deal. He ain't going nowhere. I don't want him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Freddy,
dude, Brewers fans are hyping.
Freddy.
Bro, Brewers fans are already hyping up Jett Williams, bro. That's crazy. Dude, he had 17 homers in 25 and 33 stolen. He did not hit 17. What are these fake stats? No way in hell this dude had 17 homers.
Oh, BP notes that new Met Tobias Myers is exceptional at tunneling pitches, fastball, slider, cutter. Well, those three pitches do have to cutter well, but okay. Average release point indicates okay. Shohei Ohtani for RJ Gordon. It might take a little bit more than that.
I think the Dodgers say yes. Brett Beatty Hyde.
Yeah, Austin Slater, I think, was with the Yankees last year, but he was with the Giants, right? No, Slater can give you something. He also is a decent defender as well.
Bro, why is Dilson Herrera on my timeline right now? Odd Villain, shout out for putting Dilson Herrera on my timeline. Shout out. He's just
Dilson Herrera.
Dilson. Oh, God.
I think if I were aiming for a left fielder, and I don't know if they're going to end up doing this, I would go for Ramon Laureano. That's where I think I would go.
I mean, sure. I mean, if Senga for Laureano
that's where
makes
I go.
sense.
I don't
Peterson,
see. Ian Happ is basically the Cubs' Nimmo.
Yeah, and the Cubs need outfielders, so he's not getting traded.
Yeah.
So stop talking about it. Sorry, but it's not happening.
Shut the hell up.
The Cubs need the Cubs need outfielders. So he's not going nowhere. And free agent next year, maybe we can have the conversation, but they're not trading him. So sorry about that.
Every time I play franchise in MLB The Show 25, Dominguez plays left field for the Mets every single time. Could Dominguez be on the move to the Mets? Because, you know, Yankees to Mets, it's been prevalent.
It's, you know, rent in Bronx, buy a house in Queens, yeah. Happ is a good defender. Yeah, Happ's a really good defender. He's
He's gonna be there. He's gonna be there.
Nimmo was good in left field for a little bit, and then, but he's been hobbling recently. They had to move on.
Yeah.
I was surprised they were able to move on. I really was.
Dude, I just love how
Wilson Herrera was built like a tank.
Oh.
Yeah, he was. What could have
Dilson
been?
was a dog, bro. We almost traded Brandon Nimmo for Jay Bruce. Shout out to Dilson. Thanks for biting that bullet, Dilson. Appreciate it. So, all right. I think we've hit that quota.
Have we hit the quota?
Yeah, because I gotta go to work tomorrow, and it's gonna freaking blizzard here, and I'm not looking forward to it.
All right. Well, thank you to everybody that came out and come over to support the channel. Obviously, you guys have been amazing this past week. You guys have been coming through with amazing comments. Lots of you guys, new people coming through. We'll see where the offseason takes us from here. I'd say that a lot of the major moves are pretty much done after we see Freddy Peralta come over here, and not to mention Tobias Myers as well, adding into the bullpen. But one more time, the Mets have acquired Freddy Peralta and right-handed pitcher Tobias Myers, adding to the rotation and the bullpen in exchange for Jett Williams, Mets number 3 overall prospect, and right-handed pitcher Brandon Sproat, the Mets' 5th overall prospect. They will be going over to the Brewers. Either way, we are going to end it off here. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. We hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. For those of you watching or listening on playback, you want to join the conversation live in the future, make sure to subscribe to the Mets Weekly YouTube channel. We usually go live every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It is still up in the air if we go live on Friday because it's just been a very, very hectic week. But make sure to follow Mets Weekly on X and on TikTok. Follow all of us individually, including our co-host Frank, who is not here tonight. And of course, let's go Mets. Big splash, guys. Off-season's been awesome. However, we'll see what else they got in store before we get to Port St. Lucie. And we will see you guys next time.